Hey YouTube, this is me Gracie and welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to be showing you is how to make your very own Disneybounding Christmas card. This will be the card I'll show you guys how to make today, but the theme, if you can tell, is actually Nightmare Before Christmas. So this card represents Jack Skellington, it's a Disneybounding card, and then this card represents Sally. So Disneybounding is just when you wear an outfit, and I described this more in detail in my first video, so if you want to hear a better definition, go and watch that one. But Disneybounding is when you wear an outfit with similar color schemes to a Disney character. So I've kind of taken that concept and adapted it to one of my hobbies, which just happens to be card making. So these cards, as I said, are Disneybounding as the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. So this one is Disneybounding as Jack. The stripes on this card represent his suit. As you can see, he's got lots of like shiny stripes and stuff. The ribbon that I put down the center here represents his stitched up mouth. And the bow tie that I put here with some lace and some like almost like tuxedo ribbon is what I call it. It's just some scrunched up black shiny ribbon. And this represents his bat bow tie. The sentiment I ended up putting on the front was Merry Xmas, because as you can remember from the movie, when they're counting down to Christmas, they put countdown to Xmas. So I had to put Xmas. I just thought that was really perfect. Now go ahead and show you the inside that I did. I just stamped a simple "It's Christmas," because in the song he actually yells out "It's Christmas time," and then he does his, famous Jack Skellington laugh. And then again, I just carried through the same ribbon on the bottom to represent his smile. And if you wanted to, you can always put it into a smile, but I'm just trying to Disneybound and not be an exact replica of the character, or exact representation of the character. And on the back, I always stamp a G so that whoever I give this to knows that it's from me. And then I included the little bat there for his bat bow tie. And again, I just carry through the theme of whatever cards I'm making. This is the Sally card. Without Sally and Jack, you got to have them together. So this is Sally. The color actually represents the color of her skin. The hearts, the stitched up hearts, kind of represent the fact that she's always having to carry a needle and thread with her, and she's always having to restitch a leg or an arm back on. And then she also makes Jack's Santa suit, so I carried through the thread for that reason. The bottom I left a little bit here to in a sense represent her red yarn hair. And then the back design is actually embossed with some swirls, and that is actually almost an exact design of what's on her dress. So I thought that was pretty perfect. And the little paper clip here represents her socks that she wears. Now on the inside, I just stamped in "Decorate your holidays with happiness," and I put in one of the small hearts. These are all die cuts, and I just hand stitched the little red design around it. And on the back, my famous G, and I included a needle. So I just thought I'd show you guys that. So today we'll be making this Merry Xmas card representing Jack Skellington. Now this is the actual paper stack that I chose my paper from, and I basically just cut the card, the paper, 5.5 by 4, and that's just the basic card size that I buy from Hobby Lobby. It's a big huge stack of it. So I actually did some pre-cutting and some pre-die cutting here for us so to make it a little bit faster. I just glued on the ribbon down the center of the paper. I die cut these, the sentiment out of some foil paper, as you can see here. Now die cutting is just when you take, these are actually the die cuts that I used, these metal pieces, and you run it through a die cut machine, which just so happens to be that I have a Sizzix Die Cut Machine. Now what you do is you actually take these blocks here. This is the multi-purpose platform. I am using actually a metal platform as well from the same company. And you put down your foil paper or whatever paper you're using, and then you put the die cut on top and you sandwich it all together with a clear piece. Now what you do is you actually run those pieces through the die cut machine, which looks like this. And I know this is really big for the camera, but that's what you do, and you just crank this and the image goes in one side, comes out the other, and all of your pieces will cut through with that. And this is kind of what it ends up looking like out of the little die cut machine. Now, all I did then was I glued down the words. So I just glued this down here. And the same thing with Xmas. Now, Xmas, I used just individual letters from the Spellbinders kit. So I just glued all that down and I glued that onto the card. And then after that, I just made a bow and I just placed it right on top. I ended up having to hot glue this because the ribbon that I used is very thick. Now this here is the ribbon that I used. Hopefully you could see that. Let's turn this over, show some white. It's just some lacy ribbon. I just thought it was really elegant and brings in like more of a old-fashioned Christmas look to it. And then yeah, and that's pretty much all I did. I tried to stick to just one stamp just to make it simple. And again, I used just a little bat stamp that I had lying around, and that's all you do. It's really simple. And for these cards, you know, use your own imagination. You know, if you don't have certain pieces, you don't have these lettering, you can do that yourself, maybe with some glitter glue or something like that, or just write it out in a nice big thick marker. Now I'll just briefly go over this one real quick for you guys. This one here, like I said, I die cut these hearts and I hand stitched the thread through. Now this Merry Christmas is a die set, so I just ran that through the Sizzix Die Cut Machine. And for the background, it's actually what's called an embossing folder. For those of you who may not know too much about card making or scrapbooking, this is a embossing folder, and basically all you do is just put in your plain piece of paper on the inside, and you run it through that same Sizzix Die Cut Machine. It's kind of a do-all machine, and then it turns out just like this. And all I did was I just glued the back and put it onto the card itself and layered on the different hearts. And again, like I said earlier, I just strategically glued the hearts together and then the Merry Christmas on top. And that's pretty much all of the Disneybounding greeting cards for you guys today. I got a little crazy and I made my very own kind of scary duck that got some bullet holes and stuff. I just drew him out on some colored cardstock and just colored in the certain areas with some Copic pens, and then added some little thread to the top, just so if you have someone who's actually really into Nightmare Before Christmas or loves Disney, then you can have a nice little Christmas tag on top of one of their packages. Give them a little bit of a scare. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Watch next week's video and I'll see you soon. Bye!